Just the garden and the back of the house. As Letty turns the camera around in a minute, what you'll see is the roof line. So that's looking into our house, and straight ahead of you now is the property itself, with a little bit that goes between. If you just zoom in if you can and show the bit of the roof between the two houses, and that's the bit that connects. So this bit takes you down from where we've just seen in the garden and takes you through to a separate building. Actually, it's made out of breeze blocks, so it's pretty solid as this. It used to be used as the old bread making, the old pizza oven was here. So this in itself has got a corrugated roof. The roof is solid, it's dry. This is in fairly good condition, really. It's a long drop and no ladder. We have to find a way down. Okay. Yeah, let's have a quick look at this from another perspective. So we're on ground floor now. Bit of a window. Things blocked up there. Definitely would take 2 floors in here, and definitely feels quite dry. I think it's the floor is pretty good in here. It's just full of rubbish, but it actually is okay.
And dry. And
dry, yeah, and dry in here. Yeah. So we've managed to find our way down, which is great. So looking down, it takes you into what is a central courtyard. This here is the wall of our house and the roof of ours. If you look up at the roof here and the guttering, it's all pretty okay. The main bit that's leaking is the bit that's attached to ours, so ours is where the main problem is, and the walls and everything surrounding this courtyard are okay. It feels damp and it feels a bit mossy, but it's obviously open to the elements and it's an open courtyard. As we see when we go through, that this courtyard is the roof of the kitchen below, but we'll show you that as we're going through. So back house, and don't video me going down these steps. So asphalt, this is the roof of the kitchen, the floor below. Never looked in here, so this is interesting. Kitchen below. And a room that we're not actually going to take you in, but it's a good sized room. It's like a 20 foot by 20 foot room, with a corrugated roof by the look of it, again like a lean-to, but all the roof beams actually look in really good order, apart from the one that's actually over there and not attached to the wall maybe, but the rest actually don't look too bad. And the girders across do. I think that room looks worse than it really is, to be fair.
Okay, regarding.
Okay, we're in the main bit, so what you can see is the bit that leads through from the courtyard and all the way through to the front. If you have a look over here, that's where they took the chimney out. And have left the rubbish below. It's been held up because it attached into the wall. At this stage it's being held up by these acros, being held up by these at the minute, but in actual fact when you look up, it doesn't look too bad at all now looking at it. It's the beams that go across is the reason that these supports need to be. The rest of it is actually no worse than our house was, if not better.
This overlooks to show the views.
Yeah, this overlooks the Place and the chateau at the front, so in a prime position right across the beach there. I think these would need to. The little terrace runs across the whole of the front, doesn't it?
Let me show him here.
We're in what was again just off the courtyard with two windows looking onto the courtyard, and shutters. Again, actually, once you look at them, they're actually in fairly decent condition, as is the plasterwork. So the plasterwork, the walls are actually quite solid. I'm actually quite surprised, and the floor in here is. I don't think I'd do that on every floor, but in here looks good. And the fireplace, actually, you could do this fairly quick with this room, I'd say. Leads you into a very weird little area over here. Don't know what this area is or could be, but maybe if it's a bathroom, it could be an ensuite or something. I feel like I'm doing something like Homes Under the Hammer. And we're in the landing area that takes you both up the rickety stairs to the attic, where I'll show you in a minute. So we're going to take you up there in a minute, but first we'll take you to the ground floor and the kitchen. Okay. Come on, Jackie, you can do it.
Balcony on the first step, and this is one of the entrance.
Okay, so it's the main entrance to the front door, which we shouldn't really be coming in, but we will. Just make sure I lock it back up. Do you want a bit of light?
No.
So, the main bit of awful damage that you see is where the chimney was taken down. He's taken no rubbish away from it, and the dampness that's coming is coming in line with ours. So the same problem that's happening on his roof is happening on ours, and that's why it looks a bit green and wet. The shutters and the front doors themselves are in good order. There's no problem with any of these. They're actually quite nice. They look good. I'd be happy with those. It's looking all right, to be fair. Nice open plan kind of feel to it. Let's. I don't know how solid any of this is, so I'm not sure about it, but the walls look fairly solid. It looks a bit like temporary flooring in there, but the rest is a tiled flooring, solid. Can it record in the dark? Right, we're going into a fairly dungeon looking.
Oh, no light at all here.
No light at all.
No.
I can hear dripping water, definitely. And I think what we're seeing above us is if you can hear my voice at all, is a concrete floor. Great. The concrete floor that's holding is the courtyard that we saw earlier. Now that we've got a light on, it's a very rubbly floor in here. Just it feels a bit cave-like. The dripping of the water that we can hear is somewhere around this pipe. The rest of it, it's not been tanked, but it's like a concrete layer. It's all been quite interesting, to be fair. Not as wet as I thought. Actually, not
so.
too bad, is it?
It's not too bad actually.
No. In here, though, this was the room that we didn't want to come in because it was too dangerous. A big room again. It's a good 15 foot for 15 foot.
15 for 15.
Yeah. You say 3 meters by 3 meters? Yeah. Well, not even bigger. 4 by 4 meters, I'd say. It needs completely gutting, this room, but the sides and the walls of it are fine. It's just because the roof's gone, everything feels wet in it. But once you sort that out, the floor is really solid. It's actually.
I think we are on the ground here.
I think we're. Yeah, I agree. I think we're on the ground. But it's because all the bits of wood are falling down that it makes it feel worse than it actually is in here. Don't know where you get any natural light from. One window. This room needs quite a bit of thinking about. It feels a bit of a dungeon. Skylights in the window
there's a reason roof. You see the skylight there.
Light put in there. If it had skylights and a roof on here, you've got a big space. Back through and to the front from the darkness at the back. Giving you a quick look at the roof and the timbers. This is the ceiling, obviously supporting the floor above. Look in pretty good nick, to be fair. As you go through, you start to look damp. But I think once you sort out the what's causing the dampness and the roof, these will all dry out. I don't think they need replacing.
I don't think so.
I think they're pretty good, those.
I think it's in good condition.
He's got 2 big steels where he's opened it up, supporting side to side. And again, they're in good condition. They've got a bit of rust on them, but they're fine. And you'll get a lot of light in here once the shutters are open outside. Right, we're going to take you up to the... we just noticed, as we're coming up to the attic, we've just noticed a crack here. We think it's I think it's just superficial. I don't think it's anything major, but definitely worth showing you. It's hard to see the beams, but there could be nice wallpaper, but we think they're okay as well. Excellent. All looking good. We're in the attic spaces now. We're going to show you the worst bit first. That's the whole chimney line is what you can see where the damage is. At the minute, apart from that, in the clear light of day, because I saw it, I think it was darker when I came in last time. That is definitely the main problem in here. Definitely. That and a bit of wet at the back. And I think because of that, we're going to walk around the other way. So it takes you through some odd little doors, I've got to say. Like Were they part of a wardrobe or what were they? It's the same size room as downstairs. A double size bedroom looking onto that courtyard.
And you have an access here to this.
So that this would have had and often had a little balcony thing here. That going through there, and we're not going to go on to it, is where the roof and the wetness is for that dark kitchen area. So fairly easy to get to be fair. You probably wouldn't even need scaffolding to do that. And it takes you into what could be another little terrace. That takes you into the bit was where the pizza oven was. Courtyard, pizza oven, top of the kitchen. Nice aspect from here. It was quite nice actually. Looks like
They have potential.
yeah, looks like at some point there was.
And here you have stairs to go to the roof. Up. We are on the roof. You see the roof. A window here.
So, from the window that leads into the courtyard, if we look across, we can see the roof area. But actually, if you got that roof right, you create a flat roof, which would give you the coverage for your kitchen and actually a walkway to a terrace out there, which would actually a nice wall terrace. Never noticed that before. Very good. Definitely today it feels doable. Some money to invest, but the structure of this house is actually pretty good. Only on the wall where it's leaking into ours. Did you manage to get the
Recording.
Recording. I think we're just going to do a bit of a summary one. We're not sure we're showing you this from the outside of how you access it and the breeze block. We also, as we're walking through the building itself, there's obviously full electrics need doing, and we saw no plumbing at all. So full electrics, full plumb. This bit was the bit that was showed you and takes you to the top of the roof, which again was a kitchen in there. Great space, great. I think I like it. I'll go up the wobbly breeze box steps. Side, what we're going to show you is that there's this piece of land as well as the courtyard. But the gentleman who owns that also owns up these steps behind the big boulder. And a good piece of land, a good piece. 10 metres square. Looks over the chateau. Actually, we've got a great vantage point. Never been touched, but it's definitely on his deed. So an amazing space with the boulder thrown in for free. There you go. You cannot want to buy this home.
And the front of here.